Hello, we are a tech services company and we're here to talk today about software piracy. Now, my name is Steven Sudheimer. I'm the team leader, and along with my partners Brian Parks, Leslie Perez, and Krishna Bias. Before we begin, I'll just go over a little bit what we're going to talk about. We'll have a scenario where we will create a conclusion and separate the subject of piracy into 4 parts. What is software piracy? What are the consequences? What are ways to prevent piracy? What actions would you take? What is freeware and why do people steal software? And lastly, what should be done in the case study, which we'll show you right now. Now, this is kind of lengthy, but for the most part, there's a technician that's been informed to install software for a very important client, and he figures out that it's unlicensed software. But his boss tells him to just go ahead and let him use the unlicensed software because he doesn't feel like paying for it. So we're wondering, what should he do? So let's continue. Now this part will be Brian Parks' part. Now you might be asking, what is software piracy? Well, it's unauthorized copying, reproduction, use, or manufacture of software products. Now, it could be anything from like Photoshop or getting a cracked version of a video game, or anything like that. Unfortunately, it's been getting pretty popular lately. Now, the general consequences include higher prices on any licensed products. They might have less staff ready for support, technical support, and it just slows down the process of new software that could be coming out soon. And it really just it staggers all the different types of software we could already have, but due to piracy, it kind of slows things down. Now, piracy, there's a whole copyright law on it, but pretty much it's just like any other crime. It's punishable, and depending on the severity of it, it could be anything simple as a measly fine or going to jail, as you can see with a pirate in jail. Now this next part will be presented by Leslie Perez. Now, plenty of companies have to deal with software piracy, so they have to inform their clients not to participate in it because as we talked about, there's a bunch of different consequences. Now, the ways they might prevent it is to have information about piracy in itself, make them have to sign a contract before they use software, and also let you know what you are able to use within your license. So yeah, just to prevent anybody from accidentally being a pirate, because that actually happens more than you might think. But if sometimes people already have downloaded it illegally, and most of the time companies will give you a warning, give you some educational opportunities, just to make sure you know what you're doing, and to prevent you from doing it again. And they might make it mandatory to be educated, and then lastly, they might just slow down your internet, or they could even take away your privilege to use their internet services. So yeah. This next part is Krishna Bias's part, so we'll get into that. Now, you might have heard the term freeware, and it's basically free software. And now, some examples are SQL Ledger, Postbooks, eSpeak, Mozilla Thunderbird. I mean, there's plenty of these, and a lot of them are kind of dumbed down versions of popular products. Like Postbooks could be comparable to QuickBooks, or I know there's a software where you can do a speech, like it says a speech synthesizer. Yeah, but you had to pay for that. I mean, eSpeak could be a dumbed down version of that, or just it's just a free version, pretty much. Now, sometimes people actually intend to sell their software, or give their product for free. Sometimes they want to make a workaround for an expensive product, or also to sell their own superior software by giving you a trial version. Sometimes they do it because it'll come with some other tool that you might have a trial version of, or something like that. So you would buy that, or also to test out new beta software, and also to share it so they can make it widespread. But some people steal software basically just so they can get it for free. They don't have to pay for it, or to resell it, or sometimes they just think the software is too expensive, so they'll just choose to maybe support them in some other way, but they'll get the software for free. Now this next part is presented by me, Steven Sudheimer, so let's go. Now, as we were referring to our case study, we were thinking of what should he do. He can just ignore the responsibility and just let things run through and just install the unlicensed software. Although he could be a part of, he could be having some consequences due to the fact that he installed that software. And I mean, not only that, anybody who's involved with that also can get consequences. But also, his other choice would to be refuse to install it and possibly report the company to the Business Software Alliance. And I mean, the problem with that, though, I mean, the company itself would be fined, and also if any other person were able to find out, they could tell his boss and fire them or something like that. So I mean, that wouldn't be good. But I would think the best answer, based on what the information we've given, would be to for the technician to tell, or at least tell the boss, it's probably not smart to be using unlicensed software for your client, no matter how important he is, because it can affect everyone in the business as a whole, or their name, or even just lose a bunch of money because they have to pay for their crimes that they've committed. So I mean, I would think they would at least refuse to install it, but it'd probably be a better idea to let the boss know and convince him otherwise, or report him to the BSA if everything else fails. But in conclusion, I mean, software piracy is a crime, and it's been widespread for a while, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. And it's so easy to think, oh, I can get this program for free, but it usually the consequences will outweigh the rewards. So all in all, it's really not worth it to get any unlicensed software, just due to the fact that it's illegal, and there's so many other consequences. You could get others involved, even if it's not if it's not directly their fault. So it's just not worth it. But well, thank you for listening to us, and if you have any further questions about software piracy or anything like that, you can contact us via email or phone number. So thank you.